Earth 8 report. For those who live and work in San Diego's mountains, fire prevention often top of mind, especially at Camp Winacka and Camp Whispering Oaks in Julian. That's where the Girl Scouts San Diego leading the way with new technology that burns away fire fuels. So in this Earth 8 report, we're showing you how their new air curtain burners work. Like two large dumpsters in the forest, but this equipment cost a hefty $1 million, paid for by people's love of Girl Scout cookies. Money well spent for those whose mission it is to protect this land.
Beetle hole, beetle hole, beetle hole, beetle hole, beetle hole, just infested.
Dead and dying trees cover this mountain range.
It's crazy how quickly a tree will go from looking fairly healthy to just being absolutely dead.
If you look at the top of that tree, you can see it's already been taken over by beetles. In fact, in a couple months, it'll end up just like these. Hundreds-year-old trees dead because of beetle infestations. They go through, you can even see the holes, and they suck out the moisture. And it's because of those beetles, these trees can't even leave the Winacka Mountains, which is where the air curtain burners come in. Heavy machinery loads up large logs. These logs get dumped into the air curtain burners instead.
So as he drops it, you're going to see the air curtain break. A little puff of smoke.
But that's it, just a little puff. Let's take a closer look at how this works. A diesel engine blasts air at the top of this burner. Air pressure so strong, it creates what's like a shield, which is why these don't need covers. The air is the cover.
Any smoke, any embers, anything basically gets forced back down into the fire. So you get this big swirling action going with air, and that air literally gets around every piece of wood in this chamber and cooks it at a very, very high temperature.
Up to 1,600 degrees. So there's no concern with something burning, 1,600 degrees that it could start a fire?
No, so we've given this a huge area of defensible space around this.
But as you see, nothing flies out. Each burner incinerates about 1.5 tons an hour. They can get rid of 14 tons a day. Eric Williams retired after 26 years in the Coast Guard, joining the Girl Scouts because he saw how much his daughters loved it. He has now spent the past 16 years as their director of property, trying to prevent fires.
And it's a huge problem in this region, and there has not been a good answer from the states on what to do with all the wood. You can take the tree down, but it's still fuel on the ground.
After years of research, working with the manufacturer and many hurdles, it still took about 3 years to get permitted from the Air Quality District.
As a private organization, trying to crack this nut has been difficult.
The hope now is to be leaders for others. After all, they want their camps to continue to be a place of cherished memories.
I like to sleep under the stars.
And growth.
I love it. It's like my second home.
Friendships.
You never feel alone.
And adventure.
I like being out in nature, talking to people face to face instead of through a cell phone screen. That's literally the best part of camp.
For decades to come. Since the health of this forest is such a priority, the Girl Scouts are taking it one step further. They're going to be building greenhouses here. They're going to see oak and pine trees grow from the seeds up and plant those back into the forest. For this Earth 8 report, I'm Netta Iranpour. Okay, so since it burns so hot, I wanted to show you this. Within minutes, all the trees, the brush, turn into this. Wow. Just this, it looks like moon dust, like super thin,
very fine
ash. And then they take this ash, it has a bunch of minerals in it, and they sprinkle it around the forest because that keeps the soil healthy.
Oh,
so
nice.
It then goes right back in. 1,400 pounds of ash so far. They've burned about 400 tons of tree and brush.
Wow.
And I wanted to bring some to just show you guys
That's incredible.
what happens in those air curtain burners. It's incredible. I mean, because of the heat, of course, they can do this.
You can't, we obviously couldn't feel the heat, but you could just tell that is burning hot.
Burning
and you're
hot.
right, there was nothing leaving that because of the way they have that set up.
I thought there for sure would be a cover, but they didn't need it. The air was the cover.
Interesting.
And it's all because of people's love of these
There we go.
Girl Scout cookies. So here you go, guys.
Oh,
my God.
Thank you. Oh, wow.
Which ones are these?
Let me tell
They're
you.
all good ones.
I know your
but that
daughter
helps fund
signed up.
things things like that.
Right? So
She did.
we'll be buying plenty
Right.
of
Are these
these.
ones new? The
She's now a
adventure
daisy.
fulls?
They are. I thought it'd be
Oh my
appropriate for the
goodness.
story.
Absolutely. Also, it's just a reminder of like the life cycle, right?
Yeah.
Of just like fire, even though it's devastating sometimes, can often foster
The ash
new life.
Right,
brings
right.
back, nutrients
Yeah,
to the
exactly.
forest. So,
And
yeah,
the
they
fact
can
that the Girl
continue.
Scouts just do so much more
Right.
than this,
Right, of course.
They give back to our community and our ecological
Yeah,
system.
this funds all of that.
Yeah.
So
I think
pretty
the
great.
Samoas are my favorite.
Yeah, these
though.
are good.
These are good. I've never. These look
You guys
cool.
can
You
fight
notice
over
I
which
grabbed
one
this
you
one.
want.
Mark's like, I did take first
They're
dibs. That's okay.
classic.
Fantastic. Delicious.
Good stuff.